What a bunch of hypocrites. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. And I know I use that term a lot, but to me, maybe I'm just getting to be too old to live in modern America because there were things out there after Obama got elected, both times in 2008 and 2012, that make this look like child's play. When they were talking about assassinating the man and they were talking about killing the man and they were calling him the Antichrist and they said that he was going to bring about the end of the world and the second coming of Jesus and all this other nonsense. But this one little D-list comedian holds up a very poorly made stage prop and all of a sudden it's the end of the world for the little Trump snowflakes. She needs to apologize, and this should be a crime, and she should be jailed, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, didn't want to waste a bunch of time on this, but I figured the hypocrisy would be a interesting way to dovetail into the next thing that I'm going to cover, which is going to be about what I covered yesterday. And no, I'm not going to apologize for it. I had some people privately email me about, attacking the Marines and, not being, patriotic and all this stuff, and I was an Army intelligence, human intelligence soldier. And the loss of this type of material is unacceptable at any level. Now, if somebody hacks into your email, like this whole thing, there's a great way to dovetail that with the Hillary Clinton thing. She was completely negligent, to my mind, criminally negligent in the way that she handled those emails, and I'm sure there's a lot more to it that we need to find out yet. But I do believe that absolutely there should be some pursuit into this, especially if lives were lost because of it. And the Trumpists are just all sorts of ready to have been for a long time and wondering why nobody has locked her up and all this kind of stuff. But I show you that thing about the Marine officers that do something so much egregiously worse. I mean, they didn't just have their email hacked. They went out on a pub crawl, got drunk, in possession of classified materials, against their curfew, against regulations, and lost this crap. And like I said, we're not talking about low-level NCOs. We're talking about a colonel and two majors. Now, I'm not going to go over it all again, but I made the allegation that it was being hidden. What's going on in South America is being hidden from the public, and I'm going to prove it now. Here's Google. Okay, here's good old-fashioned Google. Type in Marine officers lose classified material in Bogota, Colombia. You can type in whatever you want, and you will find page after page of nothing to do with it. You would think, page 2, nope, nothing here. If you can find it, folks, you are a better person than me. Honestly, unless you literally type in www.columbiareports.com and then go to their news section, you won't find it. And I have it here. I think I had it here. It's Columbia Reports, and it is, and who knows, maybe they took it down off of here. Here it is. Yeah, there it is. But you have to scroll down. So if you don't think it's being hidden, if Google is skewing its search results to not cover any of this stuff, what are they trying to hide? I mean, really, what are they trying to hide about what's going on down there? And on the homepage of Columbia Reports, there are 4 regional governors that have now said that they are in a state of open rebellion against the country. Now, let's go down here and look at the map and see which ones they're talking about. It'd probably help if there we go. Click on it here. Like I said, not a professional video maker, never said I was, but okay, here's what's going on. Flooding, major problems, global warming stuff. I think it's interesting that we're pulling out of the Accords in Paris. Us, Nicaragua, and Syria are they're going to be the big 3 that haven't signed on. But here we go, right up here, and we covered in the other video right down here. We've got 2 states that are ready to, or 2 provinces of Colombia that were in open rebellion, closed the ports. These governors now are no longer going to answer to Colombia because of the problems that they're having with flooding. This is a failed state. And nobody is talking about the Panama Canal. Nobody is talking about what would happen. And let's see here. Here's Nicaragua right here. The reason they're not in the Accords is because they don't think the Accords go far enough. It's not that they don't agree with them. They just don't think they're stringent enough. They actually support the whole idea. So really, the only two countries that won't be signed on will be us and Syria. And Syria couldn't sign on because they were in the middle of a civil war. And they didn't literally have anybody to send at the time. So, here we are, folks, in this new la-la land created by this psychopath that is now occupying the White House. And it is being occupied. Here's a story right on Fox, which I find ironic. Border agents say acting status of agency chiefs is hampered enforcement. Illegal immigration down, drug smuggling up. I wonder who said that would be the case. I hate to sound arrogant in this, because I don't want to sound that way, but I know I come across that way sometimes. As a former soldier, as somebody who worked to protect the security of the United States, to see it not only being ignored, but being actively diminished and destroyed by someone who ran on the whole premise that the reason he was a better choice was because the other one was a risk. This man has done more to destroy this country, its standing in the world, its well-being, and its national security in 6 months than any president has done in my memory. I can't think of one that has done this level of damage. And I know I'm focusing on a small region here, this area, but folks, I'm going to say this again. This is right here. This is right here. And if this blows up, down here in Florida, the primary moneymaker for the state is tourism. And as it goes, so goes Florida. And I'm telling you that when stuff like this hits the fan and things go downhill, the first thing that people get rid of in their budgets are luxury activities, optional activities. That means tourism. So that would be the end of it for Florida. We would get hit like nobody's business if there were a major crisis. And we have states now down here that are ready to absolutely turn into something that would make Syria seem like a vacation spot. Because these people, I don't know if I can articulate this well enough. What it's like to watch your own children starve. To give them food and have them still be hungry and listen to them cry at night because there's no food. To watch them drink filthy water. To watch them get sick and know there's no hospitals around. There's nothing you can do. How that messes with people's heads. How it turns them into something else. And if there's any mothers out there listening or fathers out there listening, I think you can relate. I think you would feel guilty to no end if you had your own children here go a day or 2 days without a meal. These people have been watching their children go without medical care and food and clean water for years. If you think the well-being of the United States enters into their psyche when they see stuff that America is the fattest nation on the planet, that we have so much that we throw away food that I can't even speak about that, because in some of the wealthier areas down here, it's just amazing. These people, honest to God, to shut down the Panama Canal, that for them would be doing God's work. They wouldn't care less if our society fell apart. They wouldn't care less, especially, I mean, and you can go look and do the homework on how much more wealthy Panama is than these two other countries right here combined, and how much more money is right through here than is right through here, and how many more people live here than live here. It's a tragedy, folks. It's a tragedy what's about to happen. And I really don't know much more to say about it. I can cover it. I can show it. I wish I had more technology and I could make these videos better than what they are, but it is what it is. And all I can do is speak about it in the way that I know. So, thank you everybody for the support. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time.